Hello everyone! Welcome to today's episode of Our Darker Purpose. Today is a vanilla run. What does vanilla mean? That. I am ultra playing Cordi. I have no mud. I have no line cutting. I have no nothing, in fact. I am Cordi Zero. Diet Cordi, if you will. Yeah. There sure are a lot of chalk today, huh? Some of you might have heard if you saw my wife's run yesterday, or if you didn't, I'm going to inform you right now. Because I said it during her run, but then again, I don't know how many people of you have been on her channel to watch her runs of Our Darker Purpose. But I took yesterday off from Our Darker Purpose because I had to just take a day to get my brain in the right functioning, way. Also, I might be doing these now a little later, if not once every 2 days, maybe, depending. This is all pending my schedule coming up here. You see, I have recently actually acquired work. It's amazing. I mean, like, really amazing. It's so hard to acquire work that I'm just... I know I don't sound that enthused, but I wasted all of it yesterday, so... But this job is going to require me to be up very early in the morning. And as such, I will be very unconscious come the next evening. So that leaves me a small time frame to continue recording Our Darker Purpose. Sometime in the afternoon, usually. My afternoon. However, hopefully this will give rise to a much simpler sustainability in the household that I'm in. Whoop. Fighting people without mud is really annoying. I mean, it's not the end all, but, it's like... I really wish I could roll and shoot again. But we're gonna see how far Vanilla Cordi can get. Speaking of vanillas, maybe not today, but sometime, my wife now has, and I told her to get this because it might help her. Now, all of us who played Our Darker Purpose, most of us have played other things like it. They gave us the skills of dodging and, all this crap, whatnot that we deal with, which allow us to handle some of these shots being fired at us, some of these enemy types, all kinds of crap like that, right? Right. So, I convinced my wife that what she should do is she should get the Binding of Isaac in order to train herself more on the moving and shooting. Now, she didn't get Wrath of Lamb because there's no reason to get Wrath of Lamb and the Binding of Isaac at the same time if you've never touched the Binding of Isaac. If you had gotten Wrath of Lamb and Binding of Isaac, there are a few things that are a little painful for you. One is having to deal with new enemy types really soon, okay? And that might be frustrating. The biggest one being the spiders. Two would be having to deal with champion mode bosses. Now, sure, as somebody who's played Isaac before, you'll think to yourself, well, those things aren't so hard. Well, maybe they aren't. But they probably were the first time you played. The first time you did Wrath of Lamb, if you saw the Widow, you probably didn't make it past the Widow very easily, did you? I know I didn't. Monstro, when I fought my first champion boss, it happened to be Monstro. And he was red, which if anyone's fought Red Monstro, or anyone who hasn't, I'll tell you just now, that means there's two of them. It's pretty easy because they're small, but still, two bosses is quite a bit to swallow. And so I have decided, or I told her that she should get the Binding, but not Wrath of Lamb DLC. Not yet. Not yet. If she likes Isaac a little bit, then maybe, I can justify, or I can see a justification for getting the DLC. I'm gonna get 5 pieces of chalk. Do you ever wish that chalk came in multiples, like, instead of just one whole thing of chalk, it was like chalk and then there was an X3 next to it? Okay, the Cauldron Yesterdayers. It's things like this, the Cauldron Yesterdayers, is how, something to work for. Like all things in all games and any type of media, timing is key in this game. And if you know the timing of stuff, you can clock king it out. That'd be our good friend Swingaroo, who just got online right now. Don't know what he's playing. Maybe Luftrausers. I did look at Luftrausers. $10 right now on Steam. I was very tempted, but I've got to save for gasoline right now. Perhaps the next time I have money, I shall endeavor in the Luftrausers. Anyway, Cauldron's gone. Time for a second helping to meet his fate as well. Come on, come on, come on. Fall over. Fall over. I didn't need to do it this way, but this is the way to do the Please Sir, I Want Some More achievement. This is kind of a tricky choice. I kind of want Underlit, but I actually really want Power Struggle. Two, three, 4, 5, 6. Now I know Power Struggle is going to probably put X number of Tabula Rasa like champion leaders on the field, but we'll be able to deal with them. That really sucks. Just being vanilla again kind of reminds me of why I didn't like it. It really limits your attack options when you've got to only attack while standing still. Or not standing still, but not rolling. Once you've gone mud, going back from mud, kind of a pain in the butt. I don't even remember what item I grabbed in the last room. Oh yeah, Draught. Now Draughts from champions are kind of annoying because that could have been something very useful. But then again, it's $5. $5. 5 cents I don't have to spend. 5 token I don't have to spend. I'm going through all the currencies. This old crit damage still seems low. I know that 2 times damage isn't that low, but it's another Draught. What do you know? Come here, you. Thank you. Okay, so hopefully all these leaders, if there is another one, aren't just all dropping Draughts. Oh yeah, I forgot to go to the Archivist room. He's in that top small room. He went straight up. This is a little bit of a pickle. We're gonna get the Jungle Gem. A Nevermore's Inkwell bumped up our speed enough that the Jungle Gem's loss of speed isn't actually that detrimental. And even then, I still probably would have gotten the Jungle Gem. The immediate satisfaction of the 15 tokens versus the gradual satisfaction of a bunch of tokens. Unfortunately, being vanilla, I'm being spendy token person. Coins and punishment, not very. Words. Not a good idea. Not a very good idea for vanilla. I mean, it's a bunch of damage, to be sure. But after that bunch of damage, you don't get items. Matchsticks. So we already know that I've beaten Goneril now. The Candelabra's matchsticks make Goneril nothing. Nothing in the eyes of everybody. Well, first let's go this way. Forgot that I didn't go through this door. Huh? I'll buy the crab. I can pay 15 for 15% resistance. I'll do that. Let's go get that Archivist. It's either going to be a lot of coins, a little bit of coins, or another item. I'm actually kind of hoping that it's the Archivist himself. No, it's 1 coin. So the Archivist led me to a room with a chair. Yeah. I don't feel like sitting down. The matchsticks actually also do very well against the Candelabra of Longing because since he has a set trail, you can actually leave these little things in him. And I seem to have gone a little Vanilla Cordi because the Candelabra I've never really met up with again. Usually it's a Frozen Few has been much more astonishingly active than the Candelabra. To the Windward Storm. And I wonder, that Candelabra is definitely, probably inspired by Chandelure. I really like Chandelures. You know, when Black and White came out for Pokemon, I was like, awesome. Because I'm always into the news, into new Pokemons. I find them to be very interesting. I have the Pokemon Tabletop RPG books when they were for, I got them off of the website that came up with the idea for them to be a tabletop. And they are very, very well done. It's just really hard to find. I mean, one of the things about the game is that it was a very alpha-ish beta thing, you know. They figured out a lot of things about what they were going to do with the game, and I just walked into here without noticing, but, you know, whatever. I can win. I would really be a lot more annoyed at myself if I had walked in here without these matchsticks. These matchsticks make up for it. By the way, where is that guy? Alright. Here comes the next one. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm holding up like it's gonna do something. You know, like as if I had mud still. Which, in effect, the fire does more damage than I could normally attacking. Alright, so the Windward Fortress is like a sliver away from summoning Goneril. Your damage stacks up so much faster with rolling than it does anything else. So that's why I've actually been rolling constantly. Here's Goneril. Hello, Goneril. I can still do that when I roll. You can always drop chalk when you roll, at least. I was thinking the fortress would have died by now. So I did something stupid and I just went to the boss, right? So let's do something stupider, and now it's time for me to deal with this. Deal with the rest of this floor on very low health. Luckily, I have the importance of finding tokens, so, you know, roll over tokens. Hey, let's talk some anime and manga. Not Pokemon related. I always am very, I always find myself very drawn to anime and stuff where it's kind of a, almost competition based, you know? Or fantastical competitions, like, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! And whatnot. I like all the technology they show off in Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually, the holographic imaging, and it's just like, really, there's no company in the world that would pay half of the money that they do in Yu-Gi-Oh! For any game, no matter how popular it would be around the world, for a holographic imaging computer to actually accurately display the projection of the card and or the attacks and reactions. I always think it's funny that the cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! React to things. Like, they react to the guy next to them being summoned, and they're just like, huh? And they'll look over, or they'll react to an attack differently. It's not like the same attack over and over again like you'd see in the normal, like in an old game, but like it's a specialized attack based on, hey, how big is the monster you're attacking, and just where are you attacking it. Like, I've seen the same monster attack something 2 different ways. The same thing, in fact. But I digress. I recently started rereading Gash Bell or Zatch Bell. Alright? For anyone who doesn't know that Gash and Zash are the same thing. And I really liked Zatch Bell. I like the idea. And I kind of wish the author, he gets really, he has some really good ideas, like, in his manga. Near the end of Gash, when they fight this one kid who basically his power is, I suppose you could call it nuclear power, since he has about the exact same energy to his abilities as a atom bomb and whatnot. But it's kind of a thing on, you know, how far power will take somebody, is what I think. Or how far people go for power sometimes. But maybe I look too much into it. The other one he has is Animal Kingdom, which, at least I think that's what it's called. Animal Country, sorry, not Animal Kingdom. Animal Country, which is about the world in the future where humans have practically died off. And animals and nature have reclaimed the earth. And at first I thought it was kind of a weird one because I didn't, I was lost early on. But I'm going to tell you, it's in the future. I'll tell you that much, okay? That'll help you a lot if you decide to read it, because if you don't know it's in the future, all of a sudden you start questioning a couple things, like, why is there a cow the size of, like, well, everybody, if you think back to your old high school, you remember how big it was? Well, a cow is about the same size. Okay? And even cats about that same size. Or there are, like, lynxes about the size of buses. And, wolves that are the size of, well, you know. They're huge. Every animal is, like, gigantic in proportion. And that, I didn't understand that at first, and it kind of got me. Like, I was like, because the kid is the same size, the main character, for a long time, is, the same size, or if not a little smaller, than a tanuki or a raccoon. Use whichever type you want. But yeah, he's smaller than it for a long time. And he ends up, he does end up getting bigger. He stands about twice the size of a raccoon near the end. But still, if you think about it, that's a pretty big raccoon. He grows to be about maybe 4 foot, 5 foot something. I don't know what. He's a short protagonist. Anyway, I recommend the read. It was a pretty good one. It's only 64 chapters. You can finish it in a day. If you have time on your hands, you can actually finish it in a day. Each chapter is like 30 odd pages, I think. I think 30 pages is a good length for chapters. I don't like the way that One Piece and Naruto have their... Like, One Piece, I guess. One Piece seems to get a lot more out of its pages, but I don't like how, like, Naruto is only like 16 pages, if that, a week. It's like, It shows you a couple cool things and then has 10 pages worth of things that you don't like, or that you could care decidingly less for. Although Naruto is most likely ending soon. Although, like, anyone who's read Naruto, this is only for you right now. This question. Alright. When Obito lost his power, okay? He lost it, okay? Because Madara basically made him bring him back to life, and after Naruto had effectively kicked his butt. Alright. So you know what I'm talking about, right? It was like chapter 600 and like something. But anyway, Naruto had decidedly kicked Obito's butt, and Obito was all on the ground like, oh my god, I beat the shit out of me. It's the one right after he took all of the tailed beasts back out of him and stopped the flower and all that crap. And then Madara used Obito's body to do the Renin Tensei and bring himself back to life, right? Got it. Alright, so if you're following me here, let me ask you. At the end, it showed this picture, alright? At the end of that chapter. The picture was the tree in the background. Kakashi was talking with Obito, telling him that Naruto had inherited his will and would, and that they should let the children, basically the future, be in the hands of those people who were moving towards the future, okay? So the last page was a 2-page spread of the flower in the distance and a lot of footprints leading towards the flower, as if, you know, everybody's like, I'm going to help, you know, all that crap. You know, friendship and love, and it's all magic and bowl or whatever. So anyway, so it ended on that picture, and I remember saying to myself, I was like, now don't make another chapter. That's it. And right there. Was anything resolved? Yes, things were. You could end the whole series right there and just say, well, now it's up to the reader. Who won? What happened? Real life versus living in fiction. Which one won? Because that's what Madara's whole plan was. That's what Obito's whole plan was. To basically put everybody in a state of eternal slumber, I could say. I know it's not slumber. It's eternal hypnotism. But either way, that was his plan. And you could just leave it there and let the reader decide what happened next. Okay? And I bet you that even if it would have been like, oh, I can't believe you left it there, it was a much stronger ending than all this crap that he's brought up recently. Okay? It feels like I have never, ever read Bleach. I've never watched one. That's not true. I caught the end tail of a couple episodes of Bleach. I've never watched Bleach as a conscious decision. Okay? So I have no knowledge of Bleach other than things people tell me and basic rudimentary knowledge of the characters. Okay? But I do remember one thing about Bleach. And that's that I remember that it ended a while ago. There was an ending. And I remember something else about that ending. I remember people getting pissed. And everyone getting their jimmies rustled. I'm going to steal that term for a second. Because it's the best term I can come up with. And I've been watching too much of the Best Friends playthroughs. So everyone got their jimmies in a bunch. And they were like, oh, what the heck? No, you can't end it that way. And it's like, you know what? I bet you, even without reading any Bleach, that ending, no matter if it was something so stupid or something that everybody didn't like, you know, was probably stronger than all this crap that's continually pumping out. Okay? And that's my rant on manga. Alright? My rant is, you know what? Sometimes ending the story on a nothing happening is better than continuing the story and letting it die. Just watching everything go worse and worse and worse. The only thing I can say for sure is that no matter how cracked out everything gets in One Piece, I do know about the whole thing that Oda actually has his entire story done. You know, like, One Piece has been going, oh god, forever. Not as forever as something like Hajime no Ippo, which has been going forever. But I know that One Piece has a point to its end. It's already done, apparently. The mangaka has apparently already had the ending in mind the whole time. He knows how it ends. He knows the story, how it unfolds, when people fight who and whatnot like that. And that's great. He's got a cohesive story, and, well, cohesive as much as you can get under all the stuff that happens in it. But you can at least know that the story is all, like, in the same vein. There's not really any filler story. And it doesn't feel like rabid fan people have taken over and told the author what he can and can't write. So many problems wrong. You know, I look forward to reading Naruto every week because I hope that it will be the week that everything just comes to a head and it's over. I don't know if you guys feel like that. too, who do read it, that it's just like, wow, just end already. Anyway, let's talk about something else now. Let's talk about video games. We've hit on one of my, one thing I know a lot about, and we'll hit on another. I know a bunch about video games. Not how they're made, not their engines, and probably not ones that you've heard of. But I myself know quite a few video games. And I really miss some of the old stories. And by that I mean I miss story. I don't think that many video games nowadays have a very compelling story to them. You know? They all feel like something I've already done before. And not in a good way. It's not like a good way, not in a good way like something I fondly remember. More like, I know how this ends. You know? When you watch a movie and you already know the ending, so you spoiled the whole thing for yourself. That's why Our Darker Purpose was kind of a good draw. You'd never think of a story like this. In fact, like, I kind of wonder, do you think that this game could even be released in a mainstream, like, area, such as things that are regulated by, like, ESRB or something like that on a console? I mean, if they are, and I just don't know because I don't play these on console, maybe they are ESRB related or something like that, but, you know, I don't think they're... Most things, whenever you see kids beating on other kids, although I guess there's the bully for that, the games aren't usually given a pass. They're very nannied about stuff like violence towards children or whatnot like that. I mean, just look at Dead Space 3, and we got rid of the babies for doggies. Oh, great. This might be it. Yeah. I just noticed that I haven't gotten a use item this whole dang time. Oh my god, I'm doing so little damage to him, and he's moving so much that I've gotta chase his ass down. Oh my god, he dodged. There. Go, go, go. Giving the sobriety test to the king. I think he might be drunk. He has to walk the chalk. Come on. Whoop. I like the increased light radius from the candelabras matchsticks, but I'm really still... Oh my god, my damage to the Disciplined King is near negligible. It would still have been before, but at least I might have had more of shots because of rolling and whatnot like that. I could have had much better aim at him. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Once again, oh my gosh. Run into it. I'm not gonna just roll over and die for him, but I am saying that it's a very high possibility that we're going to die from him. The doctor's note will probably be the thing that keeps me alive the most. Dang it! I forgot Bishop. I forgot about the Bishop. I always forget Bishop. He is my least favorite X-Men. It's kind of whiny. Come on. Come on. Ugh. Jeez. Chasing down the king without mud is very annoying. Oh, the rook got in my way. It castled. Come on, rook. Alright. You see, the rook and the bishop, one thing that gets me is that they can move either like really far or really short. It's like it depends on their mood at the time. If I had more regular move speed, I might be able to just catch up to the king. I guess I'm paying for that jungle gym, huh? But it's so nice. By the way, it took me forever to realize that the jungle gym is based off of the book, The Jungle Book. Why? Because I don't think about stuff like that often. And my brain finds it hard to realize these things. It's like those days when you see like the same sign over and over again, but today it's funny. Or interesting. Come on. Nice. Hello, Reagan. Well, I'm not happy. This room was not happy for me. By the way, oh my god, we're so far away. So very far. Oh shoot, I thought I was safe. So much for what I know. I'm trying to think just for a second. That's why I'm quiet, and I apologize for that. But oh my god, I've never... These flowers have defense? Betcha they do. Sucks. I have to make sure to aim my candelabra the right way so that the flames shoot in the correct directions. Okay, there's Nurse Sylvester. Ooh, come on, you. Get out of my way. Oop. The flickering... Oh, flickering Denton. Finally. Ah, oh, shoot. Go this way. Go this way. Now I'm trying to lure those shots into this guy's desks. since that's the best area for them. Boom! There. Now he's got only that one orbital, the far right reaching one, which means I can stay close to him most of the time, and he'll never get me. So I go away from him, you know, right? I know where to be safe. Let's totally not go in the direction. Ah, dang it. I really hate how much smarter these guys got when they did the update to 4.439. They're probably my least favorite enemy. Even... I have to think here for a second, just to make sure I know what I'm saying. Yeah, I do. Even compared to the Tesla tank, those wizards are my least favorite enemy. Even the Tesla tank at least stays still. You know, it's always there. Shield or no shield, still there. It doesn't pull this Houdini crap all over the stage. And I was never a big fan of Wizrobes anyway. This doctor's note is the one thing keeping us on or afloat right now. That and all those draughts that we had gotten, definitely keeping us afloat. Here we are in Sweaterville. Itch. Sorry. Aren't there shooters? Yeah. Okay. That's the main difference between the plants and the garbage cans. Garbage cans will only fire when they see you. Plants could care less. They see you or not. They're open, they fire. I will admit that finding Goneril's Mallet was a very good find because it increases our damage. I don't think it increased it enough to make a difference. But we're happy that we have it. A difference in bosses, you know. Against normal enemies, oh yeah, it makes a difference. So does the sock parrot. Having 2 shots as opposed to 1 shot definitely multiplies our damage output a considerable amount. I just don't see much else. We're gonna buy 2 juice boxes. If I get more coinage, I'll buy more. Maybe not more juice boxes, but more stuff in general. Ooh. I have to do this one because I've got juice boxes, but I don't have any tokens, as you already clearly saw me spend all my tokens. I may have a Thorned Clover, but I don't expect to get most of those tokens back. Ghostly Marble. Ghostly Marble's nice. It's kind of weird with the piercing attack. Enemies react to it strangely, I think. It was once somebody thought that it might cause invincibility frames, and you know what? Sometimes I think that bosses and enemies have invincibility frames too. But I can't prove it because they don't blink. I've fought bosses and stuff with invincibility frames before, but never in a 2D shooter 'em up game. Oh, extra range would be really useful right now. I was thinking of getting that parade pinwheel, but it just wasn't. It wasn't prudent at the time, you know. I don't know why I'm standing still, like it's going to do anything, like I have shyness or anything. The only thing standing still does is make extra shots. So if my first shot can't reach them, my second's not going to. Round and round and round it goes. Got some chalk. Up. Down. Ooh. Oh yeah, Coins and Punishment was the level up. Now, I could go to Reagan, but I already see that as my game over. So I'm fruitlessly trying to prevent my game over by just going everywhere else. You know, because Reagan, death. Other enemies, I can at least beat them. Unfortunately, my time has run its course. I have to go now. My people need me. Oh, I heal 60. So we're just going to 172 and kaboom, fragging. Oh, I thought that was... You know what, I bet you if I hadn't slowed time on those bullets, it might have gone past me with the potato battery. Because of the curve angle. You know? As long as Reagan stands relatively close to me, I can really screw her over. I do like the fact that Reagan is one of the few bosses that parts of her, mainly the clones do not cause contact damage. Reagan caused contact damage, yes. Oh, and Goneril's mallet doesn't augment my my candelabra at all. So, we already know the powers. The powers are ice, fire, lightning, in grades of how dire things get. So there we go. That was a vanilla run. I got to Reagan. I'm gonna buy shoelaces because I have nothing better to do. Cartography and recall will be next, of course. Recall being memory rooms will spawn with a very high frequency, not every floor anymore. Cartography being that the floor is revealed. Anyway, that's going to be all for right now. I hope you all have a good Sunday, and I'll see you all later. Bye.